Chapter 3, For the Record. Selena y los Dinos was good, but the band was only playing street fairs and weddings. They often played any song they thought that would please the audience. Abe decided that the band should focus on only one type of music. They began learning to play Tejano music. People in Texas loved this music. Abe knew people would be happy to hear Selena sing in Spanish. There was only two problems with Abe's new plan. Selena could barely speak Spanish, and she didn't even like songs that were sung in Spanish. Gasp. She, Abe, and Suzette wanted to play the top 40 hits they heard on the radio. Abraham told them that Tejano may not be the music they loved, but it could make them famous. Night after night, he sat with Selena and taught her Spanish words and phrases so she could sing like a pro. Abe knew it would be a struggle to make it big in Lake Jackson. For acting, everyone moved to New York City or Los Angeles, but for Tejano music, Corpus Christi, Texas was the place to be. Many Tejano artists like Freddie Fender and Laura Caneles lived and worked in Corpus Christi. It would take a lot of money to move the whole family, but Abe was convinced they should give it a try. To pay for the move, Abe sold the family boat and the trailer. He packed up the van with instruments, amplifiers, and speakers and moved his entire family into his brother's house in Corpus Christi. Tejano music. So this is going to talk about the genre of Tejano music. Tejano is a term that describes the native music of Mexican Americans living in Texas. It has roots in traditional Mexican folk music, but also includes styles and sounds brought to Mexico by German, Polish, and Czech immigrants in the mid-1800s. Traditional Tejano music is played by four musicians known as conjunto on accordion, drums, bass, and a 12-string guitar. So, accordion, drums, bass, 12-string. It now includes the musical styles of many other cultures who call South Texas home. Some of the most popular are ranchera, cumbia, polka, and corrido. For Selena, Corpus Christi was like a whole other world. It was too hot to play outside, and she missed the tall trees in Lake Jackson. She also missed her friends, and it wasn't easy getting used to a new school, but she knew the family was counting on her. And she loved performing with Abe and Suzette. She began to get excited about what lay ahead, and even more determined to succeed. When he felt they were ready, Abe took the band to meet Freddie Martinez. Freddie owned a record label in Corpus Christi called Freddie Records. It was here that the group recorded its first record in 1983. It was simply called Selena y los Dinos. The band began to play at weddings, anniversaries, fundraisers, and anywhere Abe thought his children might get discovered. However, it was hard being a young woman in a business with so many male, or boy, stars. Not everyone thought Tejano music was a place for young girls. No matter how many doors shut in Abe's face, he kept trying to find opportunities for Selena and the band. The Quintanilla family was spending a lot of time performing together. To pass the time backstage or in the van, the kids would play pranks on each other. Selena was the biggest prankster of them all. One of her favorite tricks was taking the cream out of Oreos and replacing it with toothpaste. She also loved startling people by loudly imitating an opera singer hitting a high note. Okay, I think the high note thing is really funny, and I'm totally going to do that to my husband, but I would be very upset if I went to go eat an Oreo and it was filled with toothpaste. Even though Selena y los Dinos was earning money by playing as much as it could, the Quintanillas still struggled. Abe worked odd jobs during the day to support everyone. Eventually, they were able to move into their own house with a big backyard. The family finally had a real home in Corpus Christi. Everything was starting to come together. In 1985, Selena y los Dinos signed a new record deal with Cara Records. By this point, the band had grown to include other musicians as well, including Ricky Vela on keyboards and Roger Garcia on guitar. Selena y los Dinos released a cassette tape called The New Girl in Town that December. This Spanish-language album was an official introduction to the Tejano world. One of the songs on the album, Oh Mama, started getting played on the radio. It also got the attention of a local TV host named Johnny Canales. He invited Selena y Los Dinos to perform on his weekly music show called The Johnny Canales Show. At just 13, so she's only 13, Selena was about to be on television for the very first time. The Quintanillas wanted to make sure viewers took her and the band seriously. She had already had a grown-up voice, so they decided to give her a grown-up look. Remember, she's only 13. A short haircut made Selena appear a little older than she was. She, AB, Suzette, and the rest of the band wore white jumpsuits they had decorated with neon paint and combat boots. Selena wore guitar-shaped earrings and joked with Johnny about her trouble speaking Spanish. People loved her. But Selena's teachers were worried. Even though she was very smart, her career was interfering with her schoolwork. Teachers begged Abe and Marcella to stop letting Selena miss school all the time to perform. But in the end, Selena's parents took her out of the 8th grade. They decided to homeschool her while the family performed. Shortly after she left school, Selena y Los Dinos signed with a new record label. Music was now their life.